Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting issue of GenMeta, our Masks a New Generation actual play series here on the Starfield. And look, we have a full team today. I think this is our first game of the year where we have our full team assembled. Uh, so I'm gonna get everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll do a quick recap of last session before we get on into the action. We will start with Arkai.
Well, Arkai back again. I'm here playing as Leviathan and playing with the transformed playbook.
Fantastic. Blackwell.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman of the TTRPG D&D verse. I'm playing as Orion using the Janus. I think we found out it's pronounced Janus, so Janus playbook.
Janus. Yeah. All right. Then going in alphabetical order, Cryptid.
Hello, I'm Cryptid. I'm playing Hound using the Reformed playbook.
Fantastic. Dice.
Hello, I am Dice Goblin Black Cat. I will be playing Pyrrha, and I am using the Doomed playbook.
Fantastic. And I am Rev. I am your editor-in-chief, your game master, what have you. Yeah, I will be your host for the game and storyteller, all of the above. I work at the comic book company making this wonderful, wonderful adventure. So, for our last issue of GenMeta, sorry, distracted by side chat. So for our last issue of Jet in Meta, while recovering from all of the shenanigans involving the fallout from her battle with Zarbomba, the team were kind of taking it easy while they discussed matters. Pyrrha ended up encountering a raven that seemed very intelligent, and through some communication implied that it had been sent to her from Apollo. This bird she has named Pythos is now her stalwart companion, to which she introduced to both Hound and Leviathan, who were very receptive of the new member of the team. Him, if a little confused and befuddled by his antics. However, before the team could figure out what to do next, they were alerted to a break-in at a museum. A museum that studied mythology and folklore focused. And upon their arrival, they were encountering a villain duo. A woman who seemed to be able to produce, not produce. I don't have a lisp. Produce. It was vibrational shock waves. And a minotaur. battling these two as they tried to steal an ancient Greek spear from the museum. The team were successful in defeating these villains and making them flee from the scene. However, upon grabbing the spear, Pyrrha was racked with a vision of both the future and the past. Or was it just the past? She wasn't quite sure. Huh. But in her shock, she unlocked a new power and was transported away from the scene. However, we will not be beginning this issue in the aftermath of this battle, but instead we will move backward to earlier in the day to Helmsley High School. Oh, where a young man and is sitting on the side of the field, on the uh, the football slash track field, just kind of enjoying the relative peace of the after school activities. When a young woman comes and sits next to him. She seems to be wearing some like brown, I don't know, overalls with that turn into shorts, or it's a button-up shirt and a light sweater. Her her deeply tan skin and just kind of not, I wouldn't say glistening, but just absorbing the sunlight well, as her two buns that she has as in her hair bounce a little as she walks up. Uh, she sits down and sets down her bag that seems to be almost completely full of camera equipment. As the president of the photography club, your friend and confidant, and Cora sits next to you, who's Zachariah, and she goes, "So, how have you been?"
Remind me, how much does Core know about
Cora
Zach?
is your confidant who knows your secret identity.
Okay, so they know
Yes,
everything.
as part of your backstory questions, she is the one person outside of the team who knows your secret identity.
Okay, just checking. I was trying to remember myself. I think
Yes.
as she asks him how's he doing, he kind of just lets out a heavy breath. And are they sitting like on steps or are they sitting like on a hill?
I'd say you guys are sitting on like a hill. Um, yeah, because I'd say there's a hill like behind the bleachers.
Mhm. I think he would just let out this heavy like breath before flopping down on his back, and he says, "Well, one of them knows what I look like now.
Yeah.
Uh, God, I'm trying to remember the Hound's secret identity. His name.
Daniel.
Oh yeah. Oh, Daniel's alive.
Daniel Price?
Mm-hmm. He's back. We've been working together for gotten like how many years at this point? And I didn't know this. I found this out when we went into this magical portal into a different realm that another one of my companions did. And there was a hot tub. Because, oh, by the way, I got radiation poisoning. I threw up radiation. It wasn't fun. But yeah, we went into this bath that healed us of this, and he cannonballed in, and next thing you know, oh, there's his mask. I look over and it's like, oh, there's Daniel, who disappeared. We all thought he was dead, but nope, he's been part of our team.
This is a lot to be laying out for someone who's not caught up on any of this.
Yeah, she is just going. She's just sitting there or taking it all in and going. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And he doesn't have the gods yet.
Mm-mm.
yeah. Oh, by the way, we fought Zamamba again. I punched him through a wall. That was
Yeah,
fun.
I saw that on the news. Yeah.
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 I learned that I could
Well.
absorb like radiation from people, so that's good to know. Like if it's something that's making someone sick, I can partially take it from them.
Well, here's hoping that's not something you have to do very often.
You know, as long as Zambamba doesn't do anything else.
I mean, he's
hope
in
so.
prison right now, so
How often do villains stay in prison again? Like, God, what was his name? Oh my God, too many of them. Zelton. He got out of prison almost on a bi-weekly basis.
yeah. Yeah, well, let's just hope that he's not he's one of the ones that only breaks out occasionally.
You know, like having a seasonal breakout would be nice. Like, 4 seasons of the year, you break out one per season. That would be nice. So at least I know ahead of time. One time in the spring, one time in the fall, one time in the winter, one time in the summer. I'm going to just take a lot of radiation.
I
I
mean,
don't know if that's healthy or not. I am
it
just
doesn't sound healthy.
I don't think so either. Oh my God, he just kind of puts his hands to his face as he runs them down.
She she places a hand on his back and uh goes, "Well, then we can not talk about your superhero stuff if you don't want to. Uh have you
Yeah.
have you taken any new photos for the club?"
Has he? Like, I want to say at some point he somehow got like snuck photos during like their encounters, kind of like what Spider-Man does. He has them
I
set up
mean,
someplace as a timer.
that is that is a question for you.
I think he has. Outside of the other dimension that caught him off guard, and also his brain's like,
I
yeah, nope,
I
we're
don't
not doing this.
I don't know. I will say because you didn't mention doing that the uh Festus Industries thing, probably not that. But like I can see you doing that when you're on patrol.
Yeah.
Um but also like you don't have you don't have the web shooters, so where would you put the cameras?
Hmm.
He's got drone.
I feel like he
Don't
would
be
be.
giving people ideas.
I mean,
I am all about ideas.
technically during this time, we would have drones. I can imagine them also just being like, they've been doing this for a while. How many years again? Like 2, 3, some
I
odd
mean,
years. Like,
I mean, I think we established that you've been doing it for about a year.
Yeah, I feel like outside of
Uh,
like the major combat areas, he's set up like cameras on top of trees, like jury rigged them with rope, probably branches, set them on top of buildings, had a timer, probably used duct tape, glue, cardboard, jury rigged something. Physics plus science class, he's learned a thing or two. And
okay.
maybe, just maybe, the thing on his wrist acts as a camera sometimes. It just occasionally says photo.
I mean, yeah, I think it can that you can do some like POV shots from your like heads up display. Um
It just come out grainy.
no, I,
I
I
blame
wouldn't
the
say they came
radiation.
out grainy. They would they would be pretty high quality. Um yeah. I'm just thinking for you setting up cameras all over the city, they would have to be pretty disposable cameras. Uh
Mhm.
unless you're just like spending a bunch of your parents'
We're in
money
the money. We're in the money.
on like good cameras.
Nah, they're disposable. This is like when disposable cameras like $5 and you just
Yeah.
go to CVS, go to Kmart, go to somebody's store. Hey, can you develop these films? Sure.
Or you're part of the photography club and you can develop your own film at
That
school.
too.
Oh,
So I
okay.
imagine that he just gets a bunch of disposable cameras and sets them up like like various areas, and it's just like, cool, we're gonna be in this area. Let me just set a timer on this. Some of the
Okay.
photos come out great, other photos, oh god, that's trash. Blurry. The lighting is terrible. Can't see nothing here. I forgot to turn the timer off, so I kept taking photos while it was nighttime. Well, I wasted that film.
Yeah. Yeah. And Corey goes, "Okay, do you have any on like near you or like in your bags?"
I think he would reach into his backpack and pull out some of the photos. These photos would be like him and the team, like doing probably more mundane tasks, like uh, as he mentioned before, like cleaning up like parks, helping people across the street, helping people move, things like that. Like relatively normal things to make them seem less threatening, less of an issue. Like, hey, we're your friendly
Okay.
neighborhood superheroes.
Okay. Um and she goes, "Okay. Yeah, these are good." And all right, I you've gotten kind of niche with your material for the club though. Oh, I might want to expand into like landscapes and stuff. Hmm,
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah. If it's yeah, I can do that. Something other than superheroing. Superheroing? Is that a word?
I mean, or at least your own superhero stuff.
The issue is kind of hard to take photos when I'm getting my shit punched in.
I know, but like if you keep submitting photos of your own superhero team, it might seem a little suspicious.
Has anyone really caught on? Honestly,
And there's just like a panel of her staring at you. Oh,
listen. As far as I know, no, only you know. Unless you've told someone, which I don't think you said anything, and
I
you're the only one that
figured it
knows.
out the first month.
Because you caught me getting my ass beat, and my helmet flew off. What was I supposed to do? Just act like, oh, you didn't see anything.
You're not John Cena.
I'm not. I'm Zachariah, but I moonlight as Orion.
Yeah. And I still remember her you just being and the kid I used to hang out with when we were younger.
God, I want to just go back. Like, can we just go back being kids?
He's
Like, please. Remember those terrible peanut butter jelly sandwiches from elementary school?
Yeah,
They
I
just
remember.
it was less jelly, more peanut butter. It felt like they were trying to choke us, but
Yeah,
that would
With
hit right
no
now.
milk. You got none.
yeah, I remember those. Yeah, no, I don't know. Zach, I don't know. It's still weird. It's still weird. Just I look at you and I'm just like, you're so oh yeah, you're as a Ryan, you're cool. You have these abilities. You're awesome, but you also you also tried to hold in a cough on your 10th birthday and snorted out milk. Look, I have both of these memories. Is I I just she she kind of gives you like a one-armed side hug and like puts her head against yours. I don't know. I just kind of I want you to stay safe. And in this moment, I feel like she is maybe unintentionally making an attempt to shift your labels.
Mhm.
Uh because she doesn't quite see you as this superhero thing or person or persona. So she's going to with this talk she's going to try and lower your savior and raise your mundane. Like you're still that kid from down the street to her.
I'm gonna resist it.
Okay.
And what do I need to roll? Was
You
it?
don't need to roll anything.
Oh,
If you're not resisting it, she's shifting those labels.
oh yeah, I'm resisting it.
Oh, you are resisting it.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I
Yes.
thought I heard you say you're not resisting it.
Mm-mm. He's resisting it because in his mind, he's starting to own up more to his powers, and
Okay.
they're more part of him. Like this is him now. This is a facet of him, like a
Okay.
gym, how it has multiple sides. This is a side of him, and he can't deny it.
Um
He just threw up radiation. He can't deny
yeah.
that just did not happen.
Alright. Actually, this is not a I have been doing this wrong. So, the rejecting is if someone wants to push their influence on you and make you do something. Um, uh, when someone, or no, she would have influence over you. Huh. Tells you who you are or how the world works. Accept what they say, or reject their influence. If you accept that, what they say, the GM will adjust your labels accordingly. If you want to keep your labels as they are, you must reject their influence. When you reject someone's influence, roll. On a hit, you successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. On a 10 plus, choose 2. Oh, on a 7 to 9, choose 1. All right, yeah, just flat roll.
Okay.
I was not doing it wrong.
What is that?
Just initially looked like it, and then read that
Yeah.
finer detail.
Yeah.
Oh, so that is a 6 plus 4, so 10.
10.
Nice.
You get to choose 2. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down of your choice. Cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I'm gonna clear a condition and shift one label up and one label down.
Sure thing.
We're gonna
Uh,
we're gonna start with the
d-
condition first, if I can.
okay. All right, and just letting you know, you are already at max for savior.
I only got +2.
I thought you at the end of last session you moved savior up. Or
Just
someone's at max something. I know that.
I'm at max negative, like -2 on my danger. My savior is a +2.
I'm at
Okay.
max freak. I
Same.
did that
You're at
last
max freak. That's what happened. See what
But yeah,
happens when we skip a week?
hey, I have family emergency. I can't. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
But let's go with our first condition. We're gonna get rid of insecure,
Okay.
and I think he's gonna do this by, giving her a hug back and saying, "Hey, this is me, though. This is me. I didn't choose this. Like, I didn't wake up one day and say, yeah, I want to be a superhero, but this is me. I'm still Zachary. Like, I'm still same old Zach, just got a little bit extra to me now, you know? Like, God, what were we doing in middle school? You were going through a quote unquote goth phase. It, it's still kind of here though. It's still part of you too, just like how this is part of me.
Listen, just because I like wearing tweed and sweaters now does not mean I don't still have those platform boots in my closet.
You need to pull them out
And I
sometime.
will stomp up, up I will stomp a new brain into you.
Listen, if Zambamba couldn't beat a new brain into me, maybe you have a better chance of stomping one into my hood. The main thing is though, this is us, and I did something good. I Leviathan, there's this scientist dude that I think is family to him. I helped him. He got caught up in the blast that Labamba was doing. Like he helped him get these powers by accident, I guess. But I was able to help him. He was suffering from radiation, and I was able to take some of that away from him to get him on the fast track of being better. I can be something more. I can help people. I can't deny that about me. I wish I can go back to just shooting milk out of my nose. That was pretty cool, though. You got to admit that was cool. This is me now. I'm okay with that too.
Okay. You know what? You're right. She just kind of gives your hand a squeeze and goes, "Oh, I've always worried about you."
I'll be all right. Just they ain't knocked me out yet. I keep doing this all day. I don't wanna, but someone's got to.
Oh. Uh, well then, just try not to absorb any nuclear bombs anytime soon.
Mm.
For me.
I could try. I could try to talk to Zambamba and tell him like, "Hey, nerf yourself. Patch notes came in. Dev said you're too powerful. Stop it."
All right. If he breaks
Yep.
out of prison, please let let him know. Oh, that I said stop it.
Oh, absolutely. Just throw out there like, "Yo, there's this chick named Cora. She said no, bad,
Yep.
stop. Red means stop."
Yep. She just kind of gives you a pat on the back and stands up and goes, "All right, I'll be in the red room. Developing some film. If you need me, stay safe."
Yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Next time we talk about you and how's that guy doing? Are y'all still a thing? Is that still going on, or did you
I'll
finally
be in
dump
the
him?
red room if you need
Oh,
me.
we do okay. So we get to we could talk about my stuff, but you just want to.
Yeah,
I
that's
text you.
exactly what's happening.
Fine, I'll text
And
you.
as she's walking away, she goes, "Yep, bye."
So you did break up with him. Nice.
Yeah, screw that guy. Whoever he is.
And I think I'm going to advance my savior,
Okay.
but take down my mundane.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Go up one on
All right.
savior to max it out and go down on my mundane.
All right. And then I'm assuming that will be your cue to start going on patrol.
Yeah.
It's after school. You don't have any track meets. No word
Yeah.
from the team.
Mom and dad are probably busy. I think no word from the team is probably what's getting to him. Like, never heard from them. Pulls out the burner phone, sends a message, checking
Uh,
in. Is everyone okay?
Things happen.
well, at this point, this would be before
Oh, dang.
the.
Okay.
This is still before the whole stuff at the museum.
Oh,
We're basically doing what Orion was doing while you guys were doing last session.
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
Uh,
So instead of checking in with the team, I think he'll
Yeah.
go find God, what is his best friend's name?
Jason.
I had
You
these
gotta
notes.
write these things down, man.
I did.
I haven't.
Don't know where I don't know where
I
my
have.
file went.
Listen, and look at our memes list. I have the entire cast so far. Cast of characters in one doc.
At least
will
your
go.
best friend's alive.
I mean,
Hey, at least you have a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, Bandit, she's dead.
Skill issue?
Is this what we're chalking that up to now? Is that this whole story plot line went to? Man, that was a skill issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he would hang out with
so you're gonna go
Jason.
look for Jason.
He's gonna go hang out with him because it's like
Okay.
nothing's going on. I haven't really hung out with him. I told him we would hang out after I got better, so it's like, yeah, let's go hang out.
Fantastic. All right. So I'm gonna need you to roll plus mundane. Try and figure out where he's been. What's up with him?
I wonder. I think I have an ability.
What's up?
No, mild manner doesn't do what I thought it did. It does something else.
No, it's Yeah, no, that's not what mild mannered does.
That's okay. Mundane, which is funny because
Yep,
it
just
just
roll plus
increased.
mundane for me.
8?
8. So it's a partial success. You would know. It's been a while since you like have spent a whole heck of a lot of time with Jason, but you know around this time of day, he's actually kind of people watching in one of the parks, just kind of uh like videotaping stuff around the park. Um, he says it's for like inspiration, and like he doesn't record audio. He just like likes to uh record situations and then go, I wonder what the story is behind this.
Yeah. It's taken Orion a little bit of time to get used to that because he's just like, dude, it kind of comes off a little creepy at times, depending on the time of day. But he's kind of
Yeah,
gotten around to it.
yeah, yeah. So, are you going as Orion or as Zachariah?
Zachariah, like he's going as himself.
Okay. So yeah, he doesn't have a video camera right now. He's just got his phone. Um and so he's kind of taking photos now, just of uh like there's a little pond, and there's like a couple taking a like a one of those swan boats. And he like takes a photo of them and just looks at it and goes, "Yeah, they look cute." Mm, mm, mm.
You want to get on one of those swan boats sometime, buddy? And he just kind of, it's like that moment of your friend
I
just
just
snuck up on you. I mean, nothing wrong with two dudes on a swan boat, right? Like, I think that like
No,
you can do
no,
that.
absolutely nothing wrong with that. You've gotten so quiet. I didn't hear you come up.
Listen, I don't know, skill issue.
I knew that was coming. Like, that is the quote of today. Skill issue. That's
Skill
first.
issue.
That's the highlight of the session. That's the motto of it. Skill
think-
issue.
Listen, I'm uh,
The
I'm
title.
just
hmm
hi. It's
What's
it's good to see you.
what's up, man? It's sorry, I've been flaky. I haven't been around.
A bit, yeah. Yeah,
I've been
you
shitty.
know
I
me,
know.
just trying to get inspiration, you know? Uh, you know, all the great filmmakers, they get they take inspiration from the world around them.
Yeah, and you're doing good, man. Like, what story are you trying to comprise up? Like with these two, he points over to again the people in the swan boat.
I don't know. There's a lot that we could go with them. Like just looking at their body language, uh the guy, he seems really into this whole thing, is very attentive, but she's doesn't seem like super into it. She looks a little nervous.
Mm,
Could be that she has a fear of the water. Could be something else. It could be a story worth exploring. Like what's making this girl so uncomfortable? Maybe this is a first date and she thinks he's a little weird uh for picking this as their first date.
I mean, I can understand because you get dressed up nice, first date, all that, and then a random little ripple hits and now you're in the water. Oh, maybe she can't
Yeah.
swim. Oh,
That
she
is,
can't swim. She got
if
her
she
makeup
can't swim.
done. She got that nice dress on. Ooh,
Oh, that could certainly be it.
ooh.
And
Yeah, he messed up. He messed up big
yeah,
time.
yeah,
He ain't getting a second day.
no, no.
Well,
Good
we got
setup
this.
for a movie.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe we should get Cora out with. I don't know. Maybe they finally broke up. She could push him into the water. I just don't like him. He's weird.
Yeah, what was his name?
Derek? Something like
Derek?
that.
Darren? And Darren?
I don't know.
Derek?
Smells
Daryl?
funny.
Yeah, he did. He did smell a little weird. Heard it. Like, I don't know.
Listen, she goes for the really
Like,
weird ones,
incense and shea butter.
which wouldn't be bad. It's just there's a musty smell behind it.
It was very pungent.
Uh, remember last week when he came into history class and it was just like, oh god, you can smell him from down the hallway.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, he.
odd.
I mean, at least the man moisturized.
Shower, then moisturize. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but how are
Uh,
you, man? Like, I we were supposed to hang out. I got sick.
yeah. I've been really interested in looking up some stuff around the city. I saw I saw some stuff on the news. Like, there's that new superhero team and nobody knows anything about. Like, how cool would it be to get their story and stuff? Like, it'd be cool. Like, I've seen some of those movies that they make about heroes, and I don't think a lot of them are true. I think they're just speculation. Like, making that out of this new team would be interesting.
Yeah, like one-on-one experience with them. I mean, don't be going running into danger with them because uh, you heard
Oh,
about
no,
that.
no, no.
You heard about that fight at that laboratory base thing.
Yeah, there was some human bomb, dude.
Yeah, I
And
don't want to get
they're
near
saying
that.
it's all irradiated, like a
Yeah,
human nuke.
I don't think they got seats that can tank that. Like we would be skeletons.
Ugh, no, no.
I
Ugh.
mean, we could do a
It's
movie
like
on
that.
that.
It's like the opening of Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Oh
Terrible.
god, all of us just mechanical skeletons because this dude
Oh, I
just
was
went
talking about the
nuclear.
playground when she gets turned into a skeleton in the nuclear bomb.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's been a minute. God, I haven't seen that movie in a brick.
We should have a Schwarzenegger night some night.
Yeah, like especially since again got sick. Listen, he
Yeah.
takes out his phone and he's just like, "What day do you want to do it?" Like, I promise,
Uh,
I'm going to make it this time.
okay. How about Saturday?
Yeah, yeah, I could do that.
Let's go for Saturday.
Yeah,
Cool.
above table. What day is it?
We'll say it's about Thursday.
Okay.
I don't remember what day we said it was last session. It's a day ending in Y.
My favorite
Some,
day to drink.
we'll say Thursday. It's a few days before Saturday.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
we
few
can
days
agree.
before Saturday. It's midweek. Um, and he's like, "Cool. Do we want to do a double feature, or are we gonna do a marathon?"
Marathon, marathon. I'll get
Cool,
Cora to
cool.
come. As long as she don't bring
Fantastic.
Derek. Like, she can
Yeah.
come. He can't.
Yeah. 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 No. No, definitely not. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to go through my list of movies because there's so many good ones. All right. All right. As he just kind of like just sits down and starts like thinking over. So we want Conan the Barbarian or Conan the Destroyer? just kind of
That's a
mumbling to
good question.
himself. Oh,
I think Orion's just gonna hang out with him while he does that, interjecting
okay.
every now and then. I don't know in many movies with him in it. Brain is like, let me Google this real quick. But he's gonna
Okay.
occasionally be like, "What about that movie?" Like, nah, this one.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean,
skip that
Schwarzenegger's
one.
been in a lot of movies. But yeah, and I think it's around the time that you guys have picked out like 4 movies is settling on for 4 so far or or Predator, Conan the Barbarian, and
Terminator.
Twins, Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, perfect.
That you get an alert on your phone that there has been a break-in at the Museum of Somewhat Natural History. Yeah. It is a
I
museum
gotta
that is
name.
it is a museum that is opened in like the past couple years, dedicated uh to not like historical artifacts, but artifacts and mythology that are said to be of legend. So like recreations of like sphinxes and things like that. It's mostly supposed to be just like it's a mythology museum.
Does it come to both Zachariah and Jason's phone, or just Zachariah's?
It would be we kind of established that it's kind of like uh in the major cities everyone would have like kind of like an Amber Alert, just like a letting you know about potential like supervillain crises. Is if you happen to be in like a 10-mile area, or we'll say about 5-mile area of wherever each incident is, people will get pinged with notifications saying, "Hey, be on alert. This thing is going on in your area of the city."
I think when he gets that ping along with Jason, he pulls out his phone and looks at it, and he's just like,
Oh man,
"There's
that
a
mythology museum.
yeah." Didn't that just open?
Yeah, like last year.
Damn. I wonder what's
Some
going on there.
I thought all of the stuff in there was props. I I guess some supervillain thought it was something was real.
I guess so too. Like, shit. Uh, Hey, let's catch up some more and
Okay.
like drop like today, tomorrow, and like I'm with you all day Saturday.
Yeah, of
All day
course.
Saturday.
I mean, I'll see you at school tomorrow. Cuz that's like 5 blocks down. I mean, I think I heard something, but I didn't know what it was.
We
Uh
should go home
yeah.
like
Let's
GTFO, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
let's get as far away as possible. In the background of this panel, uh, you see the couple in the swan boat. Oh, oh, the guy gets the alert and he goes to check his phone and it wobbles the boat and falls over.
Do we see that?
No, it's just a background gag in the panel of the comic book.
He better start swimming.
Skill issue?
Skill issue.
Skill issue. And Jason, as he just like starts kind of like power walking away, goes, "All right, stay safe. See you later.
Yeah, text me when you get home.
Will do. You do the same."
I think Orion would, start walking in a different direction, make it seem like he's going somewhere else until he knows he's done this many times. As soon as he's out of sight line from Jason,
Mhm.
ducks into somebody's alleyway, make sure there's no one around, suit up.
Okay. And suit up. You just come out of the alley, or are you gonna try and go for like a rooftop traverse of the city?
He's going rooftop because
Okay.
if that just went off, he needs to get there as fast as he can.
Okay. And as you're running, doing the rooftop thing, you see, and you land on a rooftop, and you see a shadow come over you. Who? And it gets bigger and bigger, and then it gets smaller. And in front of you, you see, yeah, another hero land on a rooftop in front of you. He's standing about 6'4", or just rippling with muscle, wearing a suit that has like pants and boots. It's very colorful, brightly colored. The top has no sleeves. Uh, but his forearms and his have like claws and are spotted and furry. Okay? And his head is that of a jaguar. Around the collar of his outfit, there's like several colorful feathers. There's sticking out. You would recognize this hero. He is a member of of a group called the Beacons, which they're like the big superhero team. Him, he doesn't. This is King Jaguar. He doesn't really operate in Zephyr City very often, but he has a team member who is uh, a member of the Beacons is operates in Zephyr, so it's not uncommon to see him here as well. He lands in front of you and goes, hello, my friend. And are you on your way to help out with the crisis?
I think Zachariah, now Orion stops. He kind of, is looking at him, just taking him in for a moment because, like, holy shit, it's the Jaguar.
It's King Jaguar. Like it's a thing. It's like just suddenly running and you see Batman
And he doesn't speak.
or
He just kind of
Catman in this
nods.
case.
He just nods his head. He's like,
Wonderful. Hold on. We could always use more heroes.
What is the situation? What is happening?
Well, we will have to see about that. But and we'll have to learn once we get there. Here, follow me. Yeah, but try to keep up.
I think as soon as he says that, if he happens to like sprint off, Orion just kind of like you again can't see him, but under that helmet, he just kind of gets this big old grin as he whatever energy source, probably like nearby street lights, something takes that, and then he's just like, it's daytime. They don't need that. When they power back on, it'll be fine. Charges himself and just tries to keep pace with the Jaguar.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna ask you to roll something for me.
Okay.
Because this seems like a fun competition. So with your stats, you know what? Let's say roll plus freak.
That ain't doing nothing. That's a -1. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Mm-hmm. I got two ones and a -1.
Well, that explains why you weren't with Jaguar when he ran into Hound.
No. So you go, and you're running through, and you're keeping pace with him for a little bit, but then you come to the end of the block, and there's the full gap of this like 4-lane street, like 2 on both sides, and he just running up to the edge of this building, gets down on all fours and does like a panther leap or jaguar or like leap across both sides, uh, and then keeps going, and you stop, look down, and go, okay, I can do this. Just get a running start and fall just short of the other side of the street. And I'm gonna say you accidentally land and roll and hit a parking meter.
Jesus.
It was expired anyway. I helped someone out.
And like I would like you to take a powerful blow. So roll plus conditions.
I mean,
Oh,
falling a couple stories and into a metal beam probably accounts for a powerful blow, I would argue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So I rolled
I
3
can
dice.
concur with that.
What?
So I rolled 3 dice because I still have one
No.
condition. Or is it
You
just
roll
plus?
2 dice. You roll
Oh.
2 dice plus 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you
okay,
only
sure.
ever roll 2d6.
5.
So 5. You weather. Tell me how you weather this powerful blow of accidentally making an ass out of yourself.
I feel like he's done this before, right? He gets excited because there's a hero that he's seen, and they're like, "Hey, let's work together." This is nothing new for him. He gets way too excited, way over his head, and again, it's like track. He's jumping over hurdles.
Yeah.
He's not concentrating. He's not focusing. He's not paying attention. It's not his first time where he's crashed, burned, and had to tuck, roll, spring back up, and be like, "No one saw that. No cameras, no flash photography, no paparazzi."
You almost made it sound as if
No,
it was like a
no
regular
bent
thing for him
parking
to
meter.
hit parking meters on a regular basis.
He's probably taken out a couple of parking meters. Like he's
Yeah, this parking meter is bent.
he kind of just
Yeah.
looks at it. If he sees it's expired, he's just gonna be like, "Well, I did some good," and just kind of trot
there,
away like no one
there's
sees
no car
this.
parked nearby.
In my mind, I'm like, this is just another way to rob people of money. So yeah, just gonna trot away. Just gonna run. Like no one saw that. No one saw that. We good.
And by the time that you get to the Museum of Somewhat Natural History, you land and by Jaguar uh, just in time to see one of the front windows was just explode outward and Hound land in Jaguar's arms.
What is Hound's state? Is he like bloody?
Oh,
Battered, beat up?
he is. His clock has been rung.
Is he like knocked out? Knocked out? Like he's sleepy, or is he just like
He's knocked out. Like if you asked him what his favorite color was, he would say 7.
Ridiculous. 10.
I think he'll come up
What?
to
What? How many
Mm.
fingers am I holding up? September.
Sorry, one moment. I'm also having to change the
I
correction.
can taste colors and see sounds.
Okay.
Have you ever felt a scent?
Have you smelled?
Yes, I don't recommend it.
I think he'll come up to a Hound as soon as he gets caught by the Jaguar, and it's just like that's one of my teammates.
Well, he seems to be. I've been in this situation before.
I think as he sees like the Hound's like basically taken care of, he looks back to the building. He kind of puts 2 to 2 together that shit, that's my team that's doing this, and he rushes in.
Yeah. And so as you hop in, you see 2 things happen. You see a young woman in a super suit, being carried by a minotaur, rushing out of the front doors and disappearing in the same sort of chaotic maelstrom that you have seen Pyrrha use to go to her sanctuary. And you see Pyrrha portal away, holding a spear. As a raven sits on Leviathan's shoulder, pecking at a spike growth that has come out of his shoulder. And a SWAT team just trying to get their bearings. As Jaguar comes in, holding Hound.
I imagine how it's just kind of like bridal style, sprawled out, like
Yeah, semi-conscious, coming
I think
to.
I think Orion just kind of basically again puts 2 to 2 together. SWAT team, here is missing. Bird, spike growth, team member knocked out. Okay, okay. He'll call out to Leviathan. Leviathan,
Yeah. Where the heck have you been?
Apologies, I was preoccupied. Let's get back to base. We do not want to be here once they are back up. And he gestures to the SWAT team.
I mean, the SWAT team are they're not yeah, a few of them are just like getting up from the ground. One of them that you recognize from the incident is standing up, and he's just like, wow, that was intense.
Actually, we're indoors.
I think this is the first time Orion's just like, oh, okay. Because he's so used to having to fight the police, like at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. What happened? And he's looking at Leviathan, seeing the different spike growths, and then the bird that's kind of just pecking at him. He's like, one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Yeah, Hound, you come to and you see the face of a jaguar.
Oh, so this is how it happens. The cat gets its revenge.
This ain't no heli cat
Worry
saying.
not, my friend. You are in safe hands.
Or pause. Put me down. Put me. Ah. God, it's the same rib.
Yes. Yes. You just feel the heavy paw just give you a clap on the shoulder. You are very brave, my friend.
Save it for someone who cares.
Yeah.
Orion, good to see you.
Hound, are you all right? Are you okay? How did you get sent flying like that?
Well, you see, we were fighting villains.
Yes. And they have the same powers as Pyrrha? Where is Pyrrha as he's looking around?
Oh, that is a great question.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
But good news, the bad guys didn't get the spear.
In theory,
Perhaps we can
technically,
discuss all of this elsewhere.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Orion, we'll have to fill you in due time. A lot's happened today.
Yes, I would like to know as well.
As we're walking out of the museum, I'm just gonna go like, "Oh yeah, Orion, we built the chair finally."
Great. Cool. One good thing. As we're still walking, I think he'll say, one more question. Leviathan, you have a pet?
Not mine.
Okay. We will come back to that.
Companion, but not mine.
We will come to that once. Okay.
Once things are back to normal, we'll address it all.
Yes. Referencing.
What's the bird doing anyway? Is it still just pecking? Or is
Picking
he-
at the multiple bone growths I've got going on.
He's helping.
No,
Is he attempting to help with the mold? What the hell? I don't know what he'd be doing.
He's helping.
He's trying to build a nest on you.
Nah.
What the bird doing?
What the bird do?
So
Am I suddenly again?
You-
I'm turning into the statue. I don't know why.
no, so he's actually Pythos is actually going to fly and land on Hound's shoulder.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Bird.
this great 20-ish pound bird landing on my shoulder. Fantastic.
Wait, how big
Or-
is the bird?
It's a raven.
So the average raven has about a 4-foot wingspan.
It's decent. It would be like a barn owl.
Ravens
It's
are big.
horned
I
owl.
thought-
Sorry.
Pythos, please. Please no.
Okay.
He'll move to. He'll like take a step over onto Orion's shoulder, look at you, Hound, and go, "Bark!"
Bark.
Bark. So hey.
It's
think-
we'll explain it later.
Yeah.
Just roll with it for now.
I think Orion would try to pet it, not pet it, but scritch under its neck.
I like it. No one's tried yet.
Yeah. He starts to make like happy noises.
Okay.
Uh,
Companion, friend, mysterious bird.
through a book here.
You have bone. Okay. All right. And I imagine
with
I think we're he's having this process as they're walking back to, I imagine, their base of operations. The fox.
Yeah, it's the dog house as of the Hound's prescription.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have to keep the universe continuity consistent.
thank you. Jaguar,
Yes.
you're not allowed to come. Team members only.
You about to get
Mhm.
passed to Leviathan or something? Here, you carry this.
So here we go. I was looking through a reference book.
Mhm.
Yes. GM tip: always keep reference books by your side, even if you have to slow down the game for a second to look through it to find what you're looking for. They help.
Mhm.
So you're all getting ready to leave. And he says, "You know what? Yes, I respect the sanctity of your lair, but we should find a place to convene. You know, I would like to help if there's any way that I can."
All right, sure. Don't call us. We'll call you.
If we should need to call you, how do we summon you?
Don't worry, I will be in town for the next few weeks. Visiting old friends, you know. I'll be on patrol most days.
Yeah,
So it
if we
should
need,
not be too hard to find me.
you, we'll just open up the wet food.
Bad joke.
You are quite humorous, my friend.
You can always send him the chicken. The black chicken that likes to talk. It's fine.
Jacket.
I feel like Orion's
Okay.
just having that moment of where he's just looking down and shaking his head because he's like, this is one of the greatest superheroes, and my teammates are just being themselves. Okay.
Being themselves.
Yeah, and you guys head out the front door.
Unfortunately, I think that's the only exit we have.
Okay. So as you exit the front door, police do start to head in to the building to go over, turn it into a crime scene. The threat has been dealt. The immediate threat has been dealt with. It's time to go into the actual crime scene. Set up an investigation. But there are also a bunch of reporters and news media around. This is now a chance for you. Do you want to speak to the media?
Rock,
I'll let
paper,
people who are more
scissors.
likely to be the face of anything because it's certainly not me.
Looks at Orion. Orion, rock, paper, scissors. Loser has to talk to them.
Okay. We could roll D4s. Whoever gets the higher number is the one that has to talk to him.
You got D6s.
Nah, D4s are more fun.
All right. So whoever rolls the higher number talks.
Yep.
You could also just refuse to talk to the press.
This is more fun, Rev.
No, it's
Ah.
fine. I'm just laying out your options.
I rolled
I
a
got it.
4.
I got a 3.
Oh, great.
So we put our hands out. I pick
Personal ones to
rock.
remember.
You pick paper, and I go like shit.
Yes, let the concussed man speak to the media.
Because you choose scissors. You always choose scissors.
All intents and purposes, Orion wasn't there either, so it's better for Hound to talk to him.
That's fair.
Walks over to the media.
No one's going to want to talk to me. Big scary thing.
All right. You there, stupid glasses. What do you want?
As a man with sunglasses this man he's got a mustache, he's got salt and pepper hair streaks on both of the sides of his hair, and he goes Stanley Lieber,
Aw.
Zephyr Tribune. Oh no. So, who are you and what can you tell us about what happened here?
I am Hound. I'm part of, as of yet, an unnamed team that is newly operating in Zephyr City. I cannot speak about the events that have taken place as it is still an ongoing investigation. Please look forward to an official report by the police.
Well, that was certainly enlightening. And thank you for your time.
You did that with a concussion?
That was the only thing he could do with a concussion.
That was just the immediate proper. He spent time in the mirror practicing that line.
Probably.
I need to be able to tell people as professionally as possible, don't bother me.
As concisely as possible, too.
I feel like there's a side panel of Orion just like smacking his head, just like why?
Just a shaking of the head and just okay.
Listen, all I'm going to say is that was the most politest way to say fuck off to the media.
Yeah.
Walks back to the team. All right, I handled that.
I wish I could have witnessed it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Pyrrha, Where do you end up?
Real
Yeah.
quick, Brett,
Yeah.
would you be so kind as to check stream for me?
Stream.
Eh, it's
What has
all out of
happened?
whack. It's all out of whack.
And we're back.
It's only, yep, it's only in the past couple minutes. Just want to make sure.
Okay. That's probably our tech having a little issue.
It's all good.
Um,
I know.
Sorry to interrupt.
no, it's fine. Like that's an important issue.
It's funny. You pointed it out and it fixed itself.
Yes.
Someone's
I think
listening.
our tech person was listening.
He might be.
Oh, okay, that was it. We have just been informed by our tech that a pop-up happened that messed with stream.
That's all
Fabulous.
right. Things happen.
Damn pop-ups. But yes,
So,
where are you? Where are
I
you,
don't
Pyrrha?
know. Like,
You don't know.
no, this is a new power, and I don't
Okay.
know where I
So-
might be.
So, where you are is a swirling, cascading, vortex of energy.
Does it
The
feel
colors.
like a familiar vortex of energy?
Somewhat.
Uh,
Yes. The colors are dazzling. The colors are hypnotic, swirling into each other. Almost like pouring oil onto water and letting the colors make a rainbow as you swirl it around on a summer's day. But infinitely more chaotic, erratic in their movement. And I would almost call it a kaleidoscope, but a kaleidoscope has more structure than what you're seeing.
Does it feel like I'm in the realm of chaos again?
Yes, but it feels like you're in the storm. You're not in your sanctuary. You're not in your little bubble. Oh, your feet find purchase on what you cannot tell. For as soon as you lift your foot, you cannot place it back down on what you were stepping on.
Okay, so now I'm just balancing on one foot. Cool.
No, you take a step forward, and your foot finds purchase on a new thing.
Okay. I guess
You
I
can
start.
move forward.
Yeah, I guess I just start walking forward.
Okay. You walk forward, and you start to walk, and as you walk, you feel yourself walk in a different way than you're used to. Your gait changes. You go from a nervous, where can I find my footing? And you start to almost march. And your gait becoming more like that of a warrior. Proud, skilled, and familiar. Er, As you hear a voice, is beside your head, but also just in yourself. Well, I wondered when you would finally come and see me.
Is this a voice I recognize?
Yes and no. It's a voice you recognize, but it's a voice you've never heard.
Eris.
Clever and pretty. Hmm. Hmm. You are. You are just what I expected of you.
Likewise, but I can't say I'm impressed.
Oh. Well, I'm not showing off.
Mm. Only
Right
people who
now
feel like
is
they have
just.
something to prove do that, so
And I have nothing to prove.
except maybe that you matter still.
Oh. That isn't my problem. People always are in fear of the unknown and the unpredictable. Whether they have my name attached to it or not, they fear and respect that which I, yeah, give to the world.
Give. All you do is take.
I've given you a great gift. You may yet to see it, but your power has come from me, from what I have given you and your kin, because what has been taken, I have provided the means to reclaim that which is rightfully yours.
I'll be honest, I'd rather have my mom back.
Mm, Well, I would rather have your mother as well. But she did not prove as strong as you.
I can only hope to be as strong as her when I need to end things.
Hmm. Yes. But With whom are you actually ending things? Is the real question.
I know what I have to do, and I know my duty, and I know it involves keeping you here.
Mm,
And when I have to do it, I'll do it. You won't escape.
oh. You have so much to learn. But you have taken your first steps. And I will be with you along your journey. As I have been along all of their journeys before you.
Be so frustrating only getting to watch life instead of participate.
Oh, don't worry. I've lived for a very long time. I've enjoyed the break. But the show that has been put on for me has been quite entertaining. But the show must end at some point, and it will be time for me to take the stage.
The only place
And
you're going to be going is Tartarus.
we'll see, won't we?
If I have to drag you there myself.
I look forward to it. Keep the spear. It should be yours anyway. As you just feel a force push you. Oh, the portal that you opened reopens, and you fall, oh, landing on soft left ground. It's a bit snowy. It is. It is midwinter. There's about an inch on the ground, uh, and you roll a bit, and you find that you are in a cemetery.
Is it roughly the same time of day? Um,
It is. It is the exact it looks to be the exact same time of day.
okay.
Not a moment has passed since you portaled away.
Next question. Are any of the headstones in English?
Yes,
Cool.
particularly the one right in front of you.
It's my mom's, isn't it?
No,
What?
the headstone in front of you reads Emily Ruskin.
That bitch. Fine.
Reads,
Pyrrha-
Emily
Pyrrha's gonna get
Ruskin,
up and
1999 to 2015.
Pyrrha's gonna get up and clean off any leaves or debris or anything that might be there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of take a second. Hey, we got him. I'm trying to be the light that you were. It's not really my thing, but I'm trying. Trying to take care of them. And she'll take the spear, turn, and probably kind of make some kind of either motorcycle or like hoverboard concept, just some kind of thing to effectively get to the doghouse faster.
Yeah, fair enough. As you do that, the spear disappears. What kind of clothes are you wearing? Or what is your hero outfit look like? Remind me.
It's got mostly tight fitting, like various blue leathers, and uh kind of a half cape that ends kind of like right below the shoulder blades with the hood, and then
Okay.
her mask.
Okay. Can you see your forearms?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they wouldn't be bare, but
Okay, so you're wearing like bracers.
it would be like long sleeve leather.
Okay.
Less of like a like a skin bodysuit and more of like a slightly thicker leather.
Okay. Um, then I will say emblazoned into the uh forearm of your outfit
Mhm.
is a golden spear.
Interesting.
And you look at it, and what do you do? Because you've created the psychic construct of a motorcycle.
I think I would just kind of stare at it for a second and try touching it, see if anything happened. Um, try thinking about it and summoning it.
That as you do that, it appears in your hand.
Okay. And she'll think about it again, having it go back. Like, is it still there on the forearm or is it like gone?
Nope. It is once once you uh yeah, once you unsummon it, the golden emblem is now back on your forearm.
Okay. Just as a test, because she has the what is it, the special suit. I can't remember what it's called. The adaptive suit. Um she's going to like essentially tell the suit to shorten the sleeves so that there's no forearm piece, and then she's gonna unsummon it to see what happens.
You now have a tattoo.
Oh, that's hmm. Okay. She'll put the suit on over it at that point, like
Mhm.
have the sleeve return to its size. And does it force itself outward or does it just stay on the skin?
Stays on the skin.
Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. And
Okay.
she'll get on the motorcycle and drive.
All right. So do. Uh, you're gonna drive off, head on back to the uh, and drive on back to the doghouse. I think that might be a good time for us to take a short break in the middle of our game. Uh, yeah, that it seems like a good place when you all rejoin. Um, we'll let our tech know, and we'll have a techno. And we'll take a short break from our game. Tech will let us know when that will be. Yeah, because we've had some. It's been a bit of an eventful day for everyone. Uh, or actually, you know what? Let's just keep going. I or I haven't heard a word from Tech, so this is a little just awkward moment with us in the audience. Uh, so while we take this little break before Tech makes an official break, just uh we hope everyone here has been enjoying the game. Um, Uh, we are still partaking in a raising money for the Trans Lifeline charity. We encourage anyone to donate what they can. There's a lot of stuff going on. And all right, I think we'll take a break now that our tech has arrived. So we will take a break and be back in about 5 minutes. Until then, and we'll see you. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Took a little longer. I mean, it's about as long as our usual. I underestimated how long our break was going to be. Thank you all for being so patient with us. But yeah, we return to our regularly scheduled comic book. Back at the doghouse when Orion and Leviathan and uh, the Hound are there with Pythos as as Pyrrha just comes down the. Did we say it was like an elevator or was it like a ladder to get down?
You talked about it.
Let's go with ladder.
We're not high class in this establishment.
Everything to make this the most inconvenient establishment known to superheroism.
Yeah. So she kind of slides down
Towering
the
up
ladder.
on us. I think at this
Ugh.
point, I think it would be wise to be having us be filling in kind of what happened for Orion in the offhand.
Yeah, I think we.
Yeah, so it'll be so as you fill in Orion on what was happening, you see Pythos fly off of off of the table and land on Pyrrha's shoulder, and just kind of like nuzzle his head into hers.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
I see you survived your trek to wherever you went. Good to have you back.
Yeah, that was new.
New?
Listen, there's only one portal I've ever made, and that's to a very particular place for very particular purposes. Which, based on what we just went through, we may want to go back and take a soak.
If you insist.
Well, I'm pretty okay. That that like earthquake chick or whatever she was. I mean, I kind of drained her pretty solidly, so I'm doing okay. But Hound, buddy.
Hound's just over at the table with a pair of tweezers and a bottle of cheap whiskey. Just.
I am just in his mind. He's going, I've seen better days. Yep. Because he won't ever sing it out loud.
Let's go. Let's go hit the Caduceus pools.
Before we do that, where's the spear?
So that portal sucked me in. That portal kind of sucked me in, and I ended up in a different part of the realm of chaos and kind of talked with Eris a bit. And
oh, really quick, Orion, the gods are real.
A specific pantheon of gods, at least.
He has the mask on, but you've never seen Orion kind of just do like that shake of head of like what? But you see that whole visceral reaction on his body of like
the lights on the display on your mask just kind of glitch out for a second as your brain glitches out.
Like doesn't show my face, but it's like that fuzzy screen for a moment, like.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah. So, then the bitch dumped me off in front of Emily's grave. So good times. I kind of got shunted back to our realm. So I can't really say that I have control over whatever those portals are, but I'm pretty sure it was me and not the spear. But as for the spear, and she just kind of summons it.
I've kind of grown attached.
That is one way to put it.
Yeah.
But she kind of like looks at it and then just kind of like moves her sleeve down again and then unsummons it as the tattoo reappears.
So how do you intend on returning that?
I don't know if I can.
I think Orion's kind of like that mask that he puts up of like stoic, very military, like very like, okay, got to do this thing, drops for a second when you hear him say, kind of badass.
Thanks. I don't know much about it other than it's the Spear of Ajax and it's kind of part of me now.
Cool. And is the bird yours?
That's Pythos.
We've cleared that in. It's like the bird belongs to them.
That's Pythos. And Pythos is from Apollo.
If I'm remembering correctly, the Apollo, like Greek god Apollo, sun, music, all that. Art.
Sun, music, medicine, prophecy.
Oh, that bodes well.
I mean, kind of my whole lineage, so.
Wait a minute. You were demigod? Godling? Huh?
I think that's how it works.
Closer to chosen champion, maybe.
So have you ever heard of the oracles of Delphi?
Would I know this?
It's a mythology lesson. I don't know.
I mean, how well have you studied Greek mythology?
Oh, it's been a minute since I got into it fully, but I would like to imagine that in their school they have a mythology class.
Well, most
does the movie 300 exist in this universe?
Yeah, it's called 301.
No. Yeah, 300 exists. Yeah, the movie 300 would exist. I think most world history classes when they touch on the different cultures would have a brief bit of stuff on mythology.
Because it's less mythology in a world of superheroes.
Yeah.
I like to think also all the video games that Zachariah plays and the movies that him and Jason watch.
He's played God of War
more often than not. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So
yeah, you probably would have at least been familiar with the term.
With some of these names, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably had a moment of deep diving into Greek mythology because Percy Jackson probably exists in this world as well.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm kind of descended from them. And we have like a job.
Get Hound into the bath. And let's
actually
step by step.
This isn't as bad as the radiation. I'll just deal with this on my own.
Can I tell just how bad off he is?
Roll plus superior.
As he's actively wrapping his arm in bandages.
He's dunking and also drinking the whiskey. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that would be a pierce the mask kind of thing, or...
I'm saying that this just as like checking his medicine, like this isn't so much like a person read as it is just like vague medical knowledge that you may have of the human body. Rolling plus superior just to see.
Would it be defined as assessing the situation?
I think it would be a custom move
Okay.
that I will have you rolling plus a statistic.
Okay. Not terrible. 7.
Okay, so you're not a medical student. You have some basic first aid. And he's not letting you get a good look at his body. Yeah, you can tell he's choosing to do things the hard way. But he's not lying. He can.
I mean,
He
most
can
people
heal from it.
can heal.
Yeah, he can heal from it on his own. It's gonna hurt like hell for a while.
Is anything broken?
Not from what you can tell. From what you can tell, he's probably gonna develop some nasty bruises if he hasn't already started already. And yeah, he's got some cuts that he's stitching up right now. He probably shouldn't be drinking, especially because he's 19.
Listen, it's fine.
I kind of want to like.
Are we going by American rules or every other country?
Yeah, right.
American. You're in America.
In this world.
In this world, you're in America.
He also doesn't have like good whiskey. This is like this is whatever the equivalent of Jack is.
So,
you seem insistent on wanting to go back to your realm space. Any particular reason beyond just medical?
Nope. Honestly, I'd rather not go back there right now, considering Eris has been all up in my shit today. But I feel like at least someone who got thrown against a wall a couple of times and then out a window maybe should go take 20 minutes and sit in the pool that heals things.
It's not the first time this has happened.
Nope. Leviathan, I need some help.
I was about to say, what are you going to do? Force him?
If
this is about to
actually,
can I comfort or support?
Before that, I can say, Pyrrha, if you wanted to, you could. Do you have influence over Hound?
Yes.
Yes, she does.
You can use your influence to provoke him into action. It would spend your influence. You would have to regain influence after. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you take advantage of your influence over someone, surrender the influence you hold over them to choose one. Give them a -2 on a move they just made after the roll. Inflict a condition on them, or take an additional +1 on a move targeting them. So if you want to push your influence on Hound, and provoke him into taking care of himself, you can do that to get a +1 to your roll.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right.
Provoke
So,
me.
I'm
so
gonna
Claire-
open up the portal. Not the dark
Underneath
portal,
him.
to the I'm gonna open up the portal to my realm.
So so yes, you're going to open up the portal, but roll plus superior to provoke Hound.
Okay. Right. Not bad. And you said plus superior?
Yes. And a +1.
And a +1?
Because you're using your influence.
Oh, okay.
You said
well,
so you're
that
using to take advantage of your influence over someone.
okay, well that
Surrender the
cancels out,
influence.
so that cancels out my negative because I have a -1 to superior.
Okay.
And that leaves me with 11. So
All right. Yeah, Hound.
Pretty convincing.
So yeah. So for PCs, on a 10 plus, yeah,
says both.
on a 10 plus both, so add to the team pool.
Only if he does it though. Like
Well, it says
that's
on a
fucking weird.
yeah, I don't
It's
know what it
written
means by
weird.
both, because
Well,
above there's 3 options, below there's 2 options, and it says if they do, if they don't.
I think Dice needs to decide, like, if Dice rolled a 7 to 9, then it'd be they need to choose either the reward for Hound doing it or the consequence for not doing it.
It's a gamble if it's a 7 and 9, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go with if they do it, we add to the team pool. But if they don't do it, then I don't get anything.
And right now it's just if Hound does it or doesn't do it, like there's a consequence for that. Which Hound is gonna do it, by the way. Like,
Okay.
just grumble, 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 and go like, but this time the mask stays on.
That wasn't
All
even
right,
anyone's fault last time.
I can just make you one that'll stay on.
As Hound just sort of bends over and puts his arm into it.
Well, you gotta go into the portal, but
what does the portal you create look like? Because before it was just this chaotic maelstrom, and now you're making this portal, and you know what it you now are in control of it.
I think she would kind of stylize it as like a stone arch with maybe like grapevines or something just kind of going around, like trellised off of it. And just the
Okay.
interior is kind of like a swirl of blues, like very Aegean Sea adjacent.
Okay. So you construct this out of almost nothing, and yeah. So now it's no longer the chaotic maelstrom. It is a structure that you can now walk through.
Anyone else care to join?
I feel like more questions need answering.
We can talk in there. It's not like
we can sit 5 feet apart if that's your issue.
God damn it.
All go in and catch up.
I'll follow suit.
Gods.
Seems that there's some more you need to inform us about, too.
Who? Me?
You. Yeah. You gave us a very layman's coverings of that.
I mean, you mean going to, like, see, like through the portal that I went through with the spear?
Mm-hmm. And more about what the spear really is going on. Maybe we could try to figure it out.
I mean, I still don't really understand much of it. I assume we're, like, walking and get to the pools and...
Yeah.
I mean, I really can't tell you much about the spear. Like, I know it was Ajax's spear. I had a vision of it.
A vision.
Why is it a tattoo now?
I think it, like, chose me or something, because I can just summon it now whenever I think about it, and then when I think about putting it away, it reverts to either a tattoo, or if I leave the sleeve up, when I unsummon it, it kind of gets embossed on the sleeve.
Well, what was the spear able to do, at least as far as legend was concerned?
I don't remember, because we talked about it, like, right at the end of the session, like, 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, legend does not specify anything special about the spear itself.
Okay. So the answer is
only the only thing that you or that legend tells of Ajax is that he was a mighty warrior, massive stature, who was second only to Achilles in terms of their skill as a combatant.
Okay. So I would probably pass that along. I mean, I don't know that the spear does anything. I know that Ajax was, like, this really powerful warrior from ancient times, and, like, he wasn't as well known as Achilles because he wasn't supposedly as good as Achilles.
Oh no, they were contemporaries.
Oh, okay.
They fought together in the Trojan War.
Gotcha.
Ajax actually guarded Achilles' companion and's body.
Gotcha. Okay, so he was, a really powerful warrior guy, and I don't know if the spear does anything or not, other than, have an interesting travel method.
Alright, so what are we gonna do, because we have to return that?
Well, I mean, I'm willing to go talk to them and see if I can leave it. But I don't know if it'll stay there, and I feel like, at least in this world, that's not an uncommon thing for weird magical or weird, supernatural type shit to occasionally happen. So since this is
does that just mean that if you leave it and it's able to stay there regardless of distance, you just have to never think about it again?
Maybe.
Alright, but then follow-up question. If we can't leave it there, what the fuck are we gonna do about these guys? They want the spear. They're the people who are trying to steal the spear.
Okay, well, I don't think they'll be able to take it either.
They're just gonna remove it off of you. I guarantee it.
So
Gonna do
it's
something.
What's there?
So it's either we keep the sphere. Well, you keep the sphere, and they only target us, or somehow put it back and put the museum and people at danger again.
Or maybe we can get the beacons to actually do their fucking job.
You seem a little bit tense about them. Everything good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Can I insight?
Well,
I mean,
insight,
yeah,
if
you
you're
can
claiming-
pierce the mask on him.
Insight check. Insight check.
You're real quick
Yeah,
to
you can roll pierce the
send
mask.
them away if you're if you have issues with them doing their job. You're quick to send one off.
Yeah, roll plus mundane, Orion.
6 + 5 + 1, 12.
Okay, wow. 12, yeah.
That's yeah.
So you get to ask 3 questions from the list. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How can I get your character to blank? How can I get any influence over you?
Mhm.
I mean, we can actually expand that into you can just ask 3 questions and Cryptid will have to answer truthfully.
Does that sound fair?
Hey, a zone of truth in him. Oh
Hmm.
boy.
Cool. So first question is, what's up with you
Well,
and the
Cryptid will answer whether or not Hound answers. It will be up to him.
So my first question is, what's up with you and the Hound? Or like what's up with you and the beacons? Like,
There's clearly a history. There's clearly they've butted heads in the past. What that entails,
do you have a personal relationship with the Jaguar?
the Jaguar now.
And we're going to use one question from this list. How can I get your character to openly speak about his experiences with the beacons?
Or booze. You tell me I'm wrong.
I cannot say you're wrong, but that's also the boring answer. Get him to open up, get him to trust you. Maybe just ask, but
Sorry, you broke up for me. Repeat that.
get him to open up, get him to trust you. Maybe just ask.
I think Orion would do that. He would just ask straight up, did you have some involvements with the beacons at some point?
The beacons. They call themselves heroes, but they're nothing but celebrities.
What makes you say that?
When was the last time you ever saw one help someone? And I don't mean stopping a bad guy. I mean actually help someone.
Would Zachariah know this? Like, would Zach know? Or is he more like fanboy?
I mean, I mean, the general public would really know about the big bad guys, but like you would probably know that, yeah, they've saved people from like natural disasters and things like that. Like earthquakes and like, volcanic eruptions and stuff. Like they're all around. Like and, uh and when there's like natural disaster, or not just natural disasters, like they've saved people from collateral damage and stuff. Like, yeah, like you've seen footage of fights from different Beacon members where like they'll save someone from like a uh like a boulder or something that like falls off of, or a chunk of rubble that falls off of a building during a superhero fight. Like I don't know, you don't know if that's what he means, but like
If I might offer a minor interjection,
yeah.
were you not assisted outside the museum today? I mean, you came in walking in with him.
He caught me when I was tossed through a window.
Seems pretty convenient for him to have been there then.
You used to work with them, or
No, thank God.
did they not help you at some point? Or someone you knew?
There's a very long, noticeable pause.
Like 2 or 3 panels of just Hound and Hound staring in silence.
You can say that.
I feel like this is a comfort or support moment.
I mean, you can attempt to comfort or support him.
I
Just
think
let me know how you're planning on doing that.
I think Orion would see Hound get quiet and take that pause and then hear what he said, and he would nod his head and say, when you're ready to want to talk about this, we will listen. It would be good to know your feelings and thoughts about who we would be potentially working with if you've had encounters with them before. While I may not fully understand what has happened, I will keep in mind what you said.
Yeah.
And it's roll plus mundane. Hey, that's a 10.
Cool. So on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or clear condition yourself.
We're going to start with step 2 first. I'm a clear guilty because I still got that.
Alrighty. Do you want to open up?
I think Hound is just... I didn't start out in the best of circumstances. And when someone actually came to help, it wasn't a hero.
Sorry. To happen.
Call me a little crazy, but I think maybe this is a good time that I'll step out from this area, ask to be let out from Pyrrha's domain for a minute. I'm gonna go work on the chair some and just personal quiet.
I
I
mean,
think
the portal's open.
I wasn't sure, but wanted to
Yeah.
double check.
I cleared angry, by the way.
Already.
Hound, how are you feeling physically?
Red as rain.
Cool. Well, if you feel like you need to stay, you're welcome to. I'm also gonna get out. I didn't really need a ton of this, just because the whole vitality thing.
Yeah, no, I'll get out too. There's someone I need to go see about, Yeah, there's someone I need to go see.
So I guess we'll head back to the doghouse and
You guys can stay here as long as you want, but just remember, I'll be back. I kinda live here.
fair.
Alrighty.
Yep. Sound like scene.
Yeah, that seems like the end of that scene. And so, does anyone decide to follow Hound? Orion, you decide to follow Hound.
It tracks for him. He did it with Levi. Might as well go tell another compatriot of ours.
I like how we're nicknaming Leviathan as Levi when his real name is Reese.
It's either that or Levy.
Leviathan hasn't told me his real name. Hound is just gonna call him Levi.
It hasn't really come up yet. We're
Yeah.
working towards that.
All right.
Pyrrha knows it, but isn't going to say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hound doesn't seem to want to be followed, but you do follow him anyway. I assume you're keeping your distance.
Yeah, like he knows he's there, but it's not going to be like right up under him. Probably like a
Oh,
maybe
so
a foot
you're
behind.
so you're letting him know that you're following it. Or are you being sneaky?
I would suggest being sneaky. Hound's not gonna let you follow him.
Yeah, my brain was like, nah, let's do the fun option.
Man, that's
Let's go
the
sneaky.
free token.
Okay. Fantastic. So you're gonna sneak.
Stealth mode, activate.
Yep. And Hound, you're gonna move through the city. Where are you going?
Oh, don't act like we didn't talk
where.
about this.
I know where you're going. Describe where you're going.
Alright, so the first thing you notice is that Hound. It's really hard to gauge how Hound is actually moving through the city. It seems like there's no real destination he has set for a while. He's taking random turns. He's making he's encircling tire blocks before continuing on his path. At one point, you see him shoot down an alleyway, and when he comes out, you see Daniel on the other side. You almost lose him there, but you're able to clock him and track him. And eventually you see him make his way down to what looks to be a warehouse. Not an abandoned one that looks like it's still in operation. And he's going to walk up to the front door of it and just pound on it a few times.
Okay. As you pound on the door, a like sliding peephole opens up, and you look and see a pair of just as the most menacing eyes just staring at you. Oh. Yes.
I'm here to make a deal.
The person looks and goes, do you have a reference?
You'll see Hound reach it. He's wearing a large hoodie, and you see him reach into the front pocket of it. And he pulls out his old Vulpin mask.
No. The thing closes, and the door opens, and there is a bald man. Looks to be Caucasian, about 6'1", and almost 250. Yeah, just his suit is loose fitting, but you can clearly tell that the bulk of his weight is muscle. Oh.
Are we essentially looking at Fisk from Spider-Man?
No. I would say you're essentially looking at Randy Orton.
Okay. Fair enough.
But somehow even meaner. Even meaner looking. Think 2010 Randy Orton with current Randy Orton's physique.
All right.
And he says, "You can wait in her office. She's currently attending to some other business."
Thank you. A pleasure like always, as I walk past him.
Yes. It's at this moment that the scene in the comic shifts to a room. It does. It appears to be pretty barren. Some sort of a locker. Hmm. A few fluorescent lights are in it. A man in it is tied to a chair. Or beaten and bloody. Yeah. As the man standing over him, Emma, takes off the gloves that he was wearing, and the door opens up to the room. And a beautiful woman steps in. And her hair short, or going about to just above her shoulders. Is neatly done. Her makeup accentuating her very defined cheekbones. Owns a bit of a smoky eyeshadow. Oh, oh, fancifully dressed. Yes, yes. She takes a pleasing visage as she walks in, and and as the man starts to beg, she places a hand and up and a finger to his lips. Goes, shh. I know. I know. But this has to happen. I can't just let you get away with what you've done. You may not have known to whom you were stealing from, Stephen. But for every action, there is a reaction. And for every crime, there is a punishment. Now, tell me, have you ever heard of Justin Schmidt? Who's a fascinating scientist who came up with a index studying ants and different biting insects, wanting to know how much each of them hurt. He was quite a poetic fellow. Described the yellow jacket as smoky, intense, like W.C. Fields putting out a cigar on your tongue. Tell me, as she grabs his jaw, and holds up a finger that starts to glow red hot and sticks it on his tongue. Does that feel like a yellow jacket?
Bitch, I just fixed him.
And that is where the comic will end.
Bitch, I just fixed him. Ugh.
I guess he's taking another dip in the pool.
That's not Hound. It's just some random guy named Steve.
I got to figure out how to break in there now to see all this go down.
Okay. Well, if it's not Hound, then it's fine. Do it.
She
I don't know.
That's fine.
she said his name was Steven.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know about it. This is fine.
Yeah, you don't know about it. And also, yes, that what I said about the Schmidt pain index is real. He does describe the sting of the Western yellow jacket as like W.C. Fields putting out a cigar on your tongue. Yep.
I don't recommend it for anyone who's wondering. Don't compare.
No.
Yeah. Unless it's for science.
Not even then.
The science has already been done. It doesn't need to be done again.
I realize that
fine.
there is value in redoing studies, but you know what? I'm gonna call this one solid.
Yeah, he is. Justin Schmidt has updated the
goof.
pain index a few times since the 80s.
Good.
But it's time for our end of session questions.
Yeah.
And Hound has the best friends, doesn't he?
Oh,
So you're not doing yourself a lot of favors here, my dude.
Yep. Hound, how have you grown?
You know, I think that Hound grew closer to the team. He actually opened up for once in his life because someone decided to ask.
All right.
Um,
So you'll be giving influence to Orion?
yes. And I think Orion already has influence over me, so...
Yee. It's somewhere in my notes. I gotta find them.
So if he already has influence, then he gets to shift your labels.
Well, didn't he use his to get the questions out?
Nope.
no. He
No.
used Pierce the Mask. I use influence to make him get in the
Gotcha.
damn portal.
Get in the tub.
You're
God
taking
damn
a
it,
bath.
Hound.
I don't
Stealth.
care what you say.
Definitely a cat mom. Get in the tub. Get in the
No.
tub.
This is easy for me. Shift danger down and mundane up.
My mundane is maxed.
He is a boring ass.
It's
dude.
already maxed, or is it?
No,
maxed?
it's now maxed.
Okay, it's now
It's
maxed.
because he knows who he is. He remembers Daniel.
Yeah.
And now it's like adding that to the fact that he has said when the question was asked of did they not save you or fail to save someone that you knew? And Hound saying basically kind of sort of. He's starting to kind of put together that this angry kind of persona that he has. It's not anger, it's pain, it's hurt, it's sadness, it's somebody did something to him.
All right. Fantastic. Then Orion,
Oop, one
how have
second.
you grown?
Give me one moment. Come back to me. I'm having to,
Fantastic. Then,
have this
Pyrrha,
award-winning juice.
same question.
So I don't know if I don't know that Pyrrha grew closer to anyone on the team this time. But I think confronting Eris made her kind of grow more into her own image.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would shift. Because she's still very much, her freak is still very high.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like either savior or danger might have gone up. but I don't know what the cost of
I can
what.
I can see Savior going up because she's standing up to her villain.
I just don't know
She's
at the
becoming
cost
more
of what.
heroic.
So
Uh,
I mean, would it be mundane? Like,
I mean, it could be. You're still feeling all of these weird things are happening, and you're still feeling very detached to your humanity.
repeatedly showing that she is not. I mean, we talked about it again today. I got asked if I was a demigod. Like,
No.
I definitely don't feel just like everybody else.
Hmm.
So
All right. Yeah.
I would
So
say maybe mundane.
your Savior up, mundane down.
Mm-hmm.
Coolio. Back to Orion.
Live in a world of extremes right now.
Let's
Way to
see.
go.
You're a teenager.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think I would say he's grown closer to the team. Like
Okay.
the team's
Anyone
openly.
in particular?
I think Pyrrha being open about, hey, yeah, I'm a god. Like I come from gods, basically, and the Hound actually, starting the process of telling him about what happened to him, in a sense. I think he's grown closer.
Okay. So
And also Hound and Leviathan
does
telling him
does
everything that
Pyrrha
happened.
already have influence over Orion?
Mm.
Well, fantastic. Then gain influence over Orion and mark potential or clear a condition.
He's gonna mark
Orion.
potential.
Mark potential. Fantastic.
I'm one away. I'm one
Nice.
away.
No, did you mark potential for when you rolled that one?
I did not. You're right. I leveled up. Yee.
You've gotten an advancement. Fantastic. Also, you should have marked a potential when you took a powerful blow as well.
I have one
Be
in
a
the
So you should,
one.
so it should be at 1.
Yee.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me know later on throughout the week what advancement you decide. Yeah, just DM me. And finally, Leviathan.
Fun. I think I didn't actually get to do much this time. Hmm.
We were spending a lot of time catching up with Orion.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, not a lot really happened yet. Aside from the fact that it's like, I think in this case it would be growing closer to the image of himself, especially now, kind of coming to terms with some of the stuff he's able to do now.
Hmm.
It's probably the closest I have for today.
Hmm.
Trying to remember what exactly does that change for me. I don't know, but yeah, I'd argue it's just growing with more comfortable within the image of himself. I think.
Okay. Then shift your labels accordingly.
It's up one and down one.
Yep.
Yeah, well, okay, hold on. Oh,
Hound is barking.
it's not my fault though. It's fine. Let's see. Okay. I'll do this change. that change. Done. You think you're
Alrighty.
playing two extremes? Oh boy.
Fantastic.
We'll have to compare notes.
So that is the end of our session. Thank you all for joining us. We're gonna do some quick outros and then we'll head on out until next week. So we'll just do reverse order. Arkai.
Hey again, y'all. Arkai here. If you're looking for me in any particular facet, you can come find me as I paint miniatures. And you can find me on both X and Instagram under the name of Frigid Fae Brushworks. You're more than welcome to come find me there. I can do commissions and, God knows what else. Things have gotten creative. Otherwise, good to have you all here and hope to see you again next week.
Fantastic. Blackwell.
Hey, how's everyone doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the D&D TTRPG verse that we all exist in. You can find me on the Logomancy channel on Wednesdays playing Frontier Adventuring Company, where I play as Grandpa Theo. A lot has happened in that game. We have a mobile base that, in order to charge up, it has to, get charges, which is the life force energy of living beings. It's a whole thing, and, yeah, we're figuring all that out. I hope y'all enjoyed this game. I hope that y'all doing well. Honestly, I hope that y'all are safe because this year and it's only 23 days in. And I hope y'all
Giddy
enjoying
up.
the story.
All right, Dice.
Hello, I am Dice Goblin Black Cat, and you can find me on the mighty interwebs as Dice Goblin Black Cat, basically everywhere except the hellscape that is Twitter, where I am Fate Fortune Dice. You can also find my dice that I make at fateandfortunedice.com. You can also watch me every other Friday on The Dinner and a Game, where we do a rotating system currently. I think the next episode of that isn't this week, or isn't tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow. And then occasionally on Wednesdays, in the What the Hell Have We Gotten Ourselves Into campaign, playing Fabula Ultima with the fabulous Sphinx Akasha, the champion of bards. But
For
that is
now.
only a mini-series, and I think, yes, the current champion of bards. But we have, I think, only 2 more episodes of that. Maybe only 1. I don't remember. I think 2. We have 2 more episodes where I play Biscuit, a raccoon who likes to invent stuff and make things go boom.
Nice. Resident Cryptid.
Hello, my name is Cryptid. You can find me confusingly doing the Macarena as someone else plays the Hokey Pokey.
Fantastic. And I am Rev. You can find me most places at either Shortbeard Revelry or Shortbeard.revelry. Try both, see what happens wherever you happen to be on. I'll be there somewhere. For as long as I can be there. As long as it's not Twitter. I don't use Twitter. I need to deactivate that account somehow. Anywho, we'll see you next week for more superhero fun on GenMeta. Until we meet again, remember to be kind, stay awesome, and know that Hank Green does not work at Target. Bye!